Just imagine, what if one day you wake up and find a mysterious pair of shoes right in front of you, and because of those shoes, your entire life changes overnight? From a nobody, you suddenly become a superstar. How would that feel? Yes, friends, today I'm here with exactly that kind of amazing story, the explanation of Like Mike. So without giving away too many spoilers, let's jump straight into the story. At the beginning of the movie, we meet a teenage boy named Calvin who lives in an orphanage in the United States. One day, Calvin is playing football in front of the orphanage garden with his friends Murph and Reg. At that moment, a bully named Ox shows up and starts bothering Calvin. Not only that, he challenges him to a basketball game. Because of Calvin's short height, no matter how hard he tries, he simply can't compete with Ox on an equal level. As a result, Calvin ends up losing the bet, and according to the deal, he has to give up his favorite jersey. To make things even worse, Ox puts on the jersey right in front of him and tears it apart just to hurt him even more. A few days later, the orphanage owner Stan makes a decision. He sends some of the kids out to sell candy so they can raise money for basketball game tickets. At first, Calvin doesn't fully understand the idea, but then he realizes that selling candy might actually help him earn some money. At one point, Calvin approaches a coach to sell candy. At first, the man refuses to buy anything, but when he learns that the money will be used for the orphanage kids, he has a change of heart and generously gives Calvin 4 basketball tickets. The next day, some guardians visit the orphanage to adopt children. Calvin hopes that maybe this time something good will finally happen to him, but reality hits hard. Everyone chooses the younger kids, and no one is interested in adopting him. Heartbroken, Calvin quietly walks away. Later, some donated clothes arrive at the orphanage. Among all the items, Calvin chooses a pair of white sneakers. A nun nearby tells him that these shoes might have belonged to a famous basketball player. When Calvin takes a closer look inside the shoes, he notices some writing. Seeing that, he starts to believe that these shoes might be connected to a legendary player. Watching all of this, Ox becomes extremely jealous. He simply cannot accept the fact that Calvin got those shoes, so he forcefully snatches them away and ties them up, hanging them somewhere nearby so that Calvin can never get them back. That night, a violent storm takes over. Heavy rain and thunder make the whole environment feel even more intense and dangerous. Calvin can't stop thinking about those mysterious shoes. Suddenly, he puts on a raincoat and heads outside with his friends to get them back. When they reach the spot, they see the shoes still hanging from the tree. Without wasting time, Calvin climbs up and tries to bring them down. At that exact moment, lightning strikes and a nearby electric wire short circuits. In an instant, Calvin falls to the ground along with the shoes. Luckily, he isn't seriously hurt, but he notices something strange. The shoes are glowing slightly, as if some unknown power has entered them. Later, Calvin goes to the stadium with the 4 basketball tickets to watch a game. But once he gets there, Ox spots him and informs Stan, who brings Calvin along. During the match, the coach suddenly announces that someone from the audience will get a chance to play with the professional players. Surprisingly, that chance goes to Calvin. At first, everyone underestimates him because he's just a kid. They even let him score a little on purpose. But after a while, something changes completely. Calvin starts making incredible moves and scoring point after point. His jumps, speed, and shots leave the entire stadium in shock. It almost feels like the shoes really do have some kind of magical power. After witnessing this performance, the coach goes directly to the orphanage owner, Stan, and asks for permission to recruit Calvin into the team. At first, Stan refuses, but later, thinking about the financial benefits, he agrees. This makes everyone at the orphanage extremely happy, as it becomes a huge opportunity for them. But Ox is far from happy. His jealousy toward Calvin only grows stronger. One day, Calvin tells his friends that he's sure the shoes have some kind of magic, and that all his success is actually because of them. Unfortunately, Ox overhears this conversation. Later, when Calvin goes to play another match, he is given a new uniform along with new shoes, but he insists on wearing his old ones. At first, no one agrees, but after Calvin keeps insisting, they finally allow him to play wearing his old shoes. From that point on, his popularity grows even faster. With every match, he performs better than before. In one particular game, Calvin's team is struggling badly, so he personally asks the coach to let him play. As soon as he steps onto the court wearing his old shoes, he delivers an outstanding performance and single-handedly leads his team to victory. Right after this win, he is offered a professional contract, officially becoming a player for the team. While traveling on a flight, the coach tells En that he will always be there for him and will keep supporting his performance.